Hi everyone, Namdi.
Ashley.
We're here today to we're going to be starting a new show. This show, what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the law of attraction, and I have chosen a book that we're
The
gonna
Law of Attraction.
the law of attraction. And this book, we're gonna read this book to you, and we're gonna talk about it. And Ashley and I will share our perspective on what we think is the content of this book. This book is titled The Law of Attraction. It's written by Michael J. Losier. We haven't read it before. So we're going to be reading it to you for the first time live. And we'll share our opinions about the book to you. Again, it's Law of Attraction, the science of attracting more of what you want and less of what you don't, by Michael J. Losier. He's also the author of Law of Connection. This book was gifted to us by Wendy and Charlie.
My mom and her husband.
Ashley's mom and her husband, and I think it's a really good book. We've lately been on the Law of Attraction vibe. We are trying to connect closer to our vortex, our source, what makes us understand life better and understand what our purpose in life is. A lot of people don't know what their purpose in life is. Your purpose is, once you connect with it, you're off to the races. And so today we're gonna start this book. Here's a little bit about see what's written on the back here. You may not be aware of it, but a very powerful force is present in your life. It's called the law of attraction. Learn how to use it deliberately and make it work for you. All right. Moving right along. And a brief history of the law of attraction. This is on page 5. Some of you have heard reference to the law of attraction from various sources, while others are just beginning to learn about it. In modern times, the law of attraction has been documented since the early 1900s. Here's a brief history. 1906, William Walter Atkinson wrote Thought, Vibration, or the Law of Attraction in the Thought World. 1926, Ernest Holmes wrote Basic Ideas of Science of Mind. 1949, Dr. Raymond Holliwell wrote Working with the Law. In the early 1900s, information and teachings on the law of attraction became widely available through the publications of Jerry and Esther Hicks. Refer to their websites for all current teachings papers. Their website is abraham-hicks.com. It is through their teachings that I really got it. Since 2000, many articles and books have been written about the law of attraction, and its appeal has expanded to a more broader audience. The future holds many more authors and teachers writing on this topic as the message of the law of attraction continues to grow in its mass appeal. Yes, this is gonna be fun. Alright. You are already experiencing the law of attraction. Have you noticed that sometimes what you need just falls into place or comes to you from an out of the blue telephone call, or you've bumped into someone on the street you've been thinking about? Perhaps you've met the perfect client or life partner just by fate or being at the right place at the right time. All of these experiences are evidence of the law of attraction in your life. Have you heard about people who find themselves in bad relationships over and over again, and who are always complaining that they keep attracting the same kind of relationship? The law of attraction is at work for them too. The law of attraction may be defined as, I attract to my life whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to, whether positive or negative. By reading this book, you'll come to understand why and how this happens. There are a number of words or expressions that describe evidence of the law of attraction. If you've ever used any of these words or expressions, you are actually referring to the law of attraction. Here are just a few. Out of the blue, serendipity, coincidence, fate, karma, fell into place, synchronicity, luck, meant to be. In this book, You will learn why these experiences happen. More importantly, you will discover how you can use the law of attraction more deliberately. You will be able to attract all that you need to know, to do, and have, so you can get more of what you want and less what you don't want. As a result, you will have your ideal client, your ideal job, your ideal relationship, your ideal vacation, your ideal health, more money in your life, and all that you desire. Really. Selfish about what you smell? Are you selfish about what you wear? Are you selfish about what you listen to? I'm encouraging you to be selfish in all areas of your life, especially in your career, finances, health, relationship. In these 4 areas, you tend to have lots of negative emotions and observe them for a long time. In many cases, years.
The clarity through contrast process. The clarity through contrast process will assist you in becoming clearer about your desires. Here are some prominent areas in your life where clarity is beneficial. So career, money, life partner relationships, friendships, work relationships, business clients, business referrals, education, healthcare, and things like that. Next, we'll examine 2 case studies that illustrate how the clarity through contrast process helps generate clarity. The science of the law of attraction. There's a physiological foundation for positive thinking and its effect in creating the law of attraction. There are many forms of energy: atomic, thermal, electromotive, kinetic, and potential. Energy can never be destroyed. You may also recall that all matter is made up of atoms, and that each atom has a nucleus containing protons and neutrons around which orbit electrons. So the electrons in atoms always orbit the nucleus in prescribed orbitals or energy levels that assure the stability of the atom. Electrons may be compelled to assume higher orbits by the addition of energy, or may give off energy when they drop to a lower orbit. When it comes to vibrations, if atoms are aligned, they create a motive force, all pulling together in the same direction in much the same way as metals can be magnetized by aligning their molecules in the same direction. So this creation of positive and negative poles is a fact of nature and science. Suffice to say, science has shown that if there are physical laws that can be observed and quantified in one arena, there are most probably similar laws in other arenas, even if they cannot be quantified at this time. So you see, the law of attraction isn't a fancy term or new age magic. It is a law of nature that every atom of your being is in constant response to, whether you know it or not.
Right, whether you know it or not, it is part of it. Moving right along, making reference to the law of attraction. Many authors have written about the law of attraction. Here are just a few of the many ways the law of attraction has been referred to in various books. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Jerry and Esther Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. Ask and it is given. What you radiate outward in your thoughts, feelings, mental pictures, and words, you attract into your life. Catherine Ponder, Dynamic Law of Prosperity. Never expect the thing you do not want, and never desire a thing you do not expect. When you expect something you do not want, you attract the undesirable. And when you desire a thing that is not expected, you simply dissipate valuable mental force. On the other hand, When you constantly expect that which you persistently desire, your ability to attract becomes irresistible. The mind is a magnet and attracts whatever corresponds to its ruling state. Dr. Raymond Hollowell, working with the law. Every thought must manifest according to its intensity. The slightest thought of intelligence sets in motion a power in the law to produce a corresponding thought. Ernst Holmes, Basic Ideas of Science of Mind. Brian Tracy also wrote, "You are a living magnet. You attract into your life people, situations, and circumstances that are in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Whatever you dwell on in the conscious grows in your experience." So we're going to move on to the definition of the law of attraction. And there's a little excerpt here where it says, "I attract to my life whatever I give my attention, energy, focus to, whether positive or negative."
Okay. So positive and negative vibrations. The word vibe is often used to describe a mood or a feeling that you pick up from someone or something. For example, you may say you pick up a good vibe when you're around a certain person. Or you may say that you get a negative vibe when you walk in a certain part of the city or neighborhood. In all of these cases, the word vibe is used to describe the mood or feeling you are experiencing. In short, a vibe equals a mood or a feeling. The word vibe comes from the longer word vibration, which isn't often used by most people. In the vibrational world, there are only two kinds of vibrations, positive and negative. Every mood or feeling causes you to emit, send out, or offer vibration, whether positive or negative. If you go through the dictionary and select every word that describes a feeling, you would be able to put them in either of these two categories. Each word will describe a feeling that generates a positive vibration or describe a feeling that generates a negative vibration. Each one of these sends out either a positive or a negative vibration. In fact, we are always sending a vibration. Think about the expression, "He gives off good vibes," or this neighborhood gives me negative vibes. On the following page, you're going to see examples of feelings that generate positive or negative vibrations.
So some of the vibrations, negative or positive. We're going to start with the negative. Negative include disappointment, loneliness, lack, sadness, confusion, stress, anger, hurt. On the positive end, joy, love, excitement, abundance, pride, comfort, confidence, affection. Every single moment you have a mood or a feeling. In this moment right now, the mood or feeling you're experiencing is causing you to emit or send out a negative or positive vibration. Here's where the law of attraction comes in. The law of attraction, which also is known as the universal energy around you that obeys the science of physics, is responding to the vibration you are offering. Right now, in this very moment, it is matching your vibration by giving you more of the same, whether it's positive or negative. For example, when a person wakes up first thing Monday morning feeling a little bit cranky and irritated, they are sending out a negative vibration. And while they are sending out this negative vibration, the law of attraction responds, matching the negative vibration they are sending and giving this person more of the same. So this person gets out of bed, stubs their toe, burns their toast, the traffic is snarled, the client cancels, and they catch themselves saying, "I should have stayed in bed." Or how about a salesperson who is joyful, excited about a huge sale they just made, thus sending out a positive vibration? Shortly after, they get another ideal sale. They catch themselves saying, I'm on a roll. In both of these examples, the law of attraction is at work, unfolding, orchestrating all that needs to happen to bring them more of the same, whether positive or negative. In this book, you will learn how to identify the vibrations you're sending and be able to make a conscious choice whether you want to keep sending it or change it. In the deliberate action section of this book, you will learn what to do deliberately to send a different vibration. You will also learn how to become a deliberate sender of your vibration so that you can change the results you've been getting and have more of what you do want and less of what you don't want. All right.
Okay, so there's an excerpt here that says the law of attraction responds to whatever vibration you are sending by giving you more of it, whether it's positive or negative. It simply responds to your vibration. So, non-deliberate action. Many people are often curious about why they keep attracting the same thing over and over again. They are absolutely certain that they are not sending out anything negative, yet in a specific area of their life, negative experiences keep showing up. This happens because they're sending a negative vibe non-deliberately simply because of their observation of what they are currently getting. For example, if you open your wallet and don't see money, by observing that you're not seeing money there, you are now offering a vibration of lack, fear, or some other similar negative vibration. Although you are not doing it on purpose, the law of attraction is simply responding to your vibration and giving you more of the same. It doesn't allow what action you are taking that is causing you to generate this negative vibration. You might be remembering or pretending or daydreaming, or in this case, just merely observing.
Alright, there's a diagram here where it illustrates the observation cycle, or also known as the non-deliberate action. The first box, this is what it looks like. It's a diagram, so get it in focus there. So box number 1 here, I'm going to start. You observe what you receive and have in your life, whether positive or negative. And
that's step 1. You observe, right?
Step 2. While observing, you are sending a vibration, either positive or negative. Then step 3. The law of attraction responds to the vibration you're sending. Step 4. As a result, you get more of the vibration, whether positive or negative. As you observe what you're receiving in different areas of your life, money, work, health, relationships, etc., your observations generate a feeling, a vibration, that can be either positive or negative. Observing sends a vibration. Even though you may not be aware of it, you are perpetuating the observation cycle. The law of attraction will respond to your vibration, whether positive or negative, by giving you more of what you're vibrating. It's important to understand the law of attraction is already existing in your life, whether you understand it or not, whether you like it or not, or whether you believe it or not. If you like what you are observing, then celebrate it. And in your celebration, you will get more of it. If you don't like what you're getting, then it is time to tap into the law of attraction more deliberately so you can stop attracting what you don't want and start attracting what you do want. In other words, deliberate attraction.
So, first, whether it's a positive or negative vibration, the law of attraction will give you more of the same. So, understanding the significance of your words. Words. Most of the tools and worksheets in this book are related to the use of words, and more importantly, the feelings generated by words. So as you read this book, you'll learn how words are the common denominator for all of the exercises in the deliberate attraction process. Why is there such an emphasis on words? Words are everywhere. We speak them, read them, write them, think them, see them, type them, and hear them in our head. The reason the excuses in this book are all based on choosing precise words is because the words we think and use generate the vibration we send out. The word homework, for example, can cause some people to have a negative vibration, and others to have a positive vibration. The word money can hold a positive vibration for some people and a negative vibration for others. In the following pages, you'll learn which words are causing you to attract the things you don't want. Your thoughts are made up of words. Here's an illustration showing the connection between positive and negative vibrations, your thoughts, and your words. So, this is the diagram. First, we got words that make up your thoughts in the next step, which make up your feelings. So it starts with words, thoughts, and feelings.
All right, moving right along. Words that are causing you to attract what you don't want. Don't, not, and no. Don't think of the Statue of Liberty in New York. I know that you just did. Your unconscious and conscious mind automatically filters out the words don't, not, and no. When you use these words, you are actually internalizing in your mind the exact thing you are being told not to. For example, if I said, do not think of a snowstorm, I guarantee you will start thinking of a snowstorm almost immediately. Even though the instruction was not to do something, your unconscious and conscious mind edited out that part of the instruction. There are other common expressions that give more attention and energy to what you don't want. Have you heard yourself using any of these statements? Don't get mad. I'm not blaming. Don't hesitate to call me. Don't be fooled. Don't worry. I don't want this hurt. Don't litter. Don't smoke. I'm not judging. Don't panic. No rush. No worry. Don't look now. Don't run with scissors. Don't forget. I don't want my clients to cancel. Don't be late. Don't slam the door. The law of attraction responds the same way your mind does. It hears what you don't want. When you hear yourself make a statement containing the words don't, not, and no, you are actually giving attention and energy to what you don't want. Here's an effective and easy tool that will help you reduce and eventually eliminate the use of the words don't, not, and no. Each time you hear yourself using don't, not, and no, ask yourself, so what do I want? Each time you talk about what you don't want in that moment, you're giving it your attention and energy. When you ask yourself what you do want, the answer will have created a new sentence with new words. When your words change, your vibrations change. And the best news of all is that you can only send out one vibration at a time. All right.
Okay, there's a little excerpt that says, when you make a statement containing the words don't, not, or no, you are actually giving attention and energy to what you don't want. Simply ask yourself, what do I want? Okay? Asking yourself, so what do I want? When we use don't, not, and no, here's how the sentence will sound after you've asked yourself, so what do I want? Here's a little diagram. Take a gander at that. Okay. So first we have negative statements. So negative statements coming up in your mind or even what you're about to say. So what you want to do instead of that is go, so what do I want? And then answer the question with your positive statements, focusing on what you actually want. So some negative statements that you can place in the negative statement column might be, don't hesitate to call, right? And then you can say, well, that's negative, so what do I actually want? A positive statement that you can say instead of that, don't hesitate to call, could be, call me soon. Okay. Another negative statement that you might be thinking could be, don't panic. Okay. It's negative. So what do you actually want? You probably want to tell yourself or redo that statement and say, stay calm instead. Okay. Turn don't panic into stay calm. Okay, we're focusing on the calm, and you're getting away from that word panic, because the universe or the law of attraction is not going to focus on the part where you said don't or no. It's going to focus on the actual topic of that sentence, which was panic. Okay, so you don't want to even use the word panic, because that's not what you want. You want calmness, so say calm. Okay, and don't use words or don't, not, and no type statements. Okay, so another example could be, don't be late. All right, so that's obviously a negative statement because you're focusing on late, right? So what do you actually want? Okay, you could say something like, see you on time. Okay, on time, that's what you actually want. Say that. Okay. Another negative statement could be, I don't want this to hurt. Okay. That's terribly negative because you're focusing on hurting. Okay. Don't think I don't want this to hurt, because the law of attraction is going to be like, oh, they want to hurt. Here's some more things that hurt you. Okay. So don't even say that. What you do want is, I'll be fine. Okay. So you're focusing on being fine. You're not even bringing hurt into the picture. Okay. Last one. You could say a negative statement might be, I don't want my clients to cancel. Okay, so when you say that, what the universe is hearing is like clients canceling, and so it's gonna bring you more of that. But what you really want, and what you should be saying and focusing on, would be, I want my clients to keep their appointments. Okay. So then down here we have a quote by Napoleon Hill, and he says, positive and negative emotions cannot occupy the mind at the same time. One or the other must dominate. It is your responsibility to make sure that positive emotions constitute the dominating influence of your mind.
When you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. When the words change, the vibration changes, and you can only send out one vibration at a time. Resetting your vibrations. At every moment, you can tell if the vibration you're sending is either positive or negative by identifying the feeling you're experiencing. These feelings are causing you to send out a vibration. And in the vibrational world, there are only two kinds of vibrations, positive or negative. You can reset your vibration from negative to positive by simply choosing different words and different thoughts. It's easy as asking yourself, so what do I want? Again, when you talk about what you don't want and then talk about what you do want, the words change. You can only send out one vibration at a time. Thus, when your words change, your vibration changes too. Simply put, to reset your vibration, just change the words you're using and the thoughts you're thinking. The law of attraction doesn't remember what vibration you are sending out 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, 5 months ago, or 50 years ago. It's only responding to the vibrations you're sending out right now, in this very moment, and giving you more of the same.
Alright, so this page's little excerpt says, to know whether you are sending out a positive or negative vibration, simply take a look at the results you are getting in that area of your life. They are a perfect reflection of what you're vibrating. Deliberate attraction. In the next section, you're going to discover how to use the law of attraction more deliberately. To do this, you'll learn an easy 3-step formula in addition to learning the steps and following along with 2 case studies. You can participate by filling in the blank worksheets I have provided. More worksheets are available at www.lawofattraction.book.com/worksheets.html. If you are not sure what specific area of your life you'd like to apply deliberate attraction to, simply choose the area that you feel the least satisfied with. Could be your relationships, career, health, business, or your financial situation. I recommend you finish reading the remainder of this book and then go back and do the exercises, applying them to your specific area that you have chosen. Now we got that 3-step formula.
Alright, we're going to go over this 3-step formula. Right here it's highlighted. The 3-step formula. I'm going to read it to you. Step 1. Identify your desire. Sounds easy, right? Most people are not very good at knowing what they want. However, they are very good at identifying what they don't want. In this step, you learn why knowing what you don't like is helpful. Step 2. Give your desire attention. The law of attraction will give you more of what you give your attention, energy, and focus to. This step will teach you how to do just that, simply by learning how to change your words or choose your words. Step 3. Allow it. Wondering why you're not manifesting your desires? The speed at which your desires come to you depends on how much you are allowing. This is the most important step. So in these 3 steps again, identify your desire, give your desire attention, and allow it. In step 1, identify your desire. We'll go in depth with this. The first step in making the law of attraction work for you is to be clear about what you want. The challenge, however, is that most people are not good at knowing what they do want, but they are good at identifying what they don't want. Knowing what you don't want is actually good news. As you will discover in this section, knowing what you don't want will become a helpful tool for you. What is contrast? Contrast, as it applies to the law of attraction, is anything you don't like, it doesn't feel good, or causes you to be in a negative mood. The moment you identify something in your life that feels like contrast and you spend time complaining about it, talking about it, or declaring that you don't want it, you are offering a negative vibration. The law of attraction that responds to your negative vibration by giving you more of the same. Is contrast helpful? Yes, but by observing contrast and identifying it as something you don't want, you become clearer about what you do want. Simply ask yourself, so what do I want? In other words, you can use the contrast to gain clarity about what you do want by answering that question. Take your first boyfriend or girlfriend, for example. Chances are you're no longer with that person, and from that relationship, you have a list of things that you don't like. This is your list of contrast. It is the list that will help you become clear about what you do want in a partner. And there's a little note here where it says, the concept of contrast is a distinction I learned from Jerry and Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks Publications.
All right, a little excerpt time. Observing contrast is essential because it helps you to become clear about what you want. Okay, so why is it important to identify contrast? You are already experiencing clarity whenever you observe contrast in your life. Imagine you're riding in your car with your best friend who insists on fiddling with the radio dial. Your friend chooses a heavy metal station that you hate, and you begin to feel stressed. After 5 seconds of the music, you say to yourself, "This is my car, and I'm not listening to this for 1 second longer. You reach over and change the dial to your favorite station, which plays adult contemporary music. Instantly, you feel happier and more relaxed. Now notice how you become clear about what you like by paying attention to what you don't like, right? So in other words, your contrast has provided you with clarity. So you figured out what you don't like, and that helped you focus on or ask yourself what you actually want.
Moving right along. To help you observe contrast briefly, say, so what do I want? How long is briefly? The key to getting what you want without getting stuck focusing on what you don't want is to briefly observe contrast. Only you can decide how long briefly is. For some, experiencing contrast in a relationship may last for years. For others, contrast is observed for a short time. You might decide to end a relationship on the first date. Notice that when you experience contrast around smells, sounds, or tastes, your tolerance is minimal. Think about these statements. How long would you smell something that doesn't smell good? How long would you listen to music that doesn't sound good? How long would you eat something that doesn't taste good?
Not long.
In these cases, you are observing contrast briefly and changing it to clarity fast. There are, however, a few areas of your life where you may observe contrast far too long. Relationships, health, money, career, and some others. Generally, the least amount of time you spend putting your attention, energy, and focus toward contrast, the better. The clarity through contrast process, which you will learn from this book, will help you with this. Identify what makes you feel good and do more of it. Your goal is to limit contrast in all areas of your life. It's okay to feel good in all areas of your life. Does this sound selfish? It's okay to be selfish when you understand that being selfish is simply an act of self-care. Selfish equals self-care. Are you selfish about what you eat?